Alright guys, so I've been chasing this issue now for quite some time. Well, the first thing I've noticed is that my backup lights don't work. So that was one issue. Second issue, as I'm trying to clean up some of the wires here at the engine bay, and you notice that some of the wires here are all unwrapped. I found this one wire coming from the firewall, not a part of the main harness. As you can see here, it's all wrapped up in tape. That goes to these two connectors, not connected to really anything. So not sure what this is, but so I did take it out, and come to find out, what actually happened is the car wouldn't start. So if you look a little bit closer to this wire here, a lot of these or these two wires here were kind of connected together and taped together. It looks like someone bypassed it. So long story short, researched this a little bit, and what this wire's for is actually for the neutral safety switch. So what with that, something else that I found out is when I was messing around with taking that wire apart, is the car starts in a different gear. It actually, I had it actually set in reverse, and it started in reverse. It started in neutral. It started in drive. So yeah, this obviously needs to be fixed since this wire is just bypassed. So we're gonna replace this today and get to it. Now it's pretty easy to install. The neutral safety switch is right next to the transmission oil pan, as you can see right up there. And here's the part that I'm going to replace it with. Got this from Scott Drake. It's a replacement with obviously the wire attached to it and all, so should be pretty easy to install. All you have is these two bolts here, and then one nut right in the middle. So it's just in an awkward location because it's right next to an exhaust pipe. Now, in unwrapping this and comparing the old wire against the new, this is exactly what I was looking for. You can see the two connectors are basically the same. Obviously this one's a little bit dirty, but that's okay because I'm going to replace it with a new one. But same exact connector, and really just going to replace this raggedy old thing, and get this new neutral safety switch put in place. Now, one thing I did do before, after looking at it all, I went ahead and wrapped the wire. Actually, I unwrapped the electrical tape that was on the new neutral safety switch, and then put this Alex Tech wire loom around it. One, it looks a little bit better, plus it's going to be protected a little bit better right next to that exhaust pipe that it's going to be next to. Now it's not going to be touching, but it's just going to be right up against it, pretty close. So alright, so first we're going to remove this nut that's right in the middle that we pointed out earlier. Alright, now so we're just going to remove those two bolts on the side there. Yeah, so for some reason these two bolts have different hex heads, and they were different sizes, so not sure what went on there, but I'm going to make sure I replace those with new ones. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pry this away, this neutral safety switch away with a flathead. You could use a pry bar here, but I just had a flathead nearby, so just prying it away, and should pop right out. And see, there you go. There's the rest of the wire. Looks like it just got cut off. I don't know what happened from the previous owner or whoever did some work on this car previously. That's pretty much why my stuff doesn't work. Okay, just gonna clean this area up a little bit before I put the new neutral safety switch back up there. Now, getting the new neutral safety switch is tricky. On the inside of the neutral safety switch is a plastic ring that has two little lines on them that basically match up against two lines on the shaft of the side of the transmission. So those need to line up for it to seat properly. So after we get that neutral safety switch to seat properly, you want to go ahead and add the clip that we removed earlier and reinstall the nut and tighten that down, which is a nut that we removed earlier as well. And as you tighten down this nut here, it's going to help push the neutral safety switch in its spot where it's going to seat in its normal position. Luckily, I found some 1/4-inch stainless bolts and washers to replace those two totally different size bolts that I had earlier or took off earlier. So installing those here, and so which is nice because now they all match up. Now you don't want to over tighten these, just get them snug. Same with that nut that we installed in the middle of this neutral safety switch. All right, now we're just going to grab the wire from the neutral safety switch, from the new neutral safety switch, and just pull it up and run it up against the firewall here. Disconnect the old and reconnect the new. Again, it's such a easy connection because, I mean, the color coding's identical, even though, you know, on mine they're extremely dirty and black, but still able to figure out which one's red, which one's black. So it was pretty easy. And that's it, guys. One thing I wanted to point out is make sure you're running the wire up against the firewall. As you can see right here, that's where I have my wire, and you know, keep it snug up against the firewall. I'll tighten this up a little bit later, but just want to keep it away from that exhaust pipe that's a couple inches away. And with that, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, replacing a neutral safety switch on a 1966 Mustang. With that, that's all I have. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.